Ladies first.
That's right.
John.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good.
Kediando.
Hello, my fans ma Rick BTV. My fans ma.
Kwa ulu nisi tuwaku?
Sawa. Hello, my fans ma Rick BTV. My fans ma ito ma Joan, ma Abed. We love you.
Yeah.
And thank you for your support so far. So good. Yeah. Tunaendelea poa.
Kabisa. Abed, how are you?
I'm feeling great. A little bit of homa, but I'm doing great.
Kenya kukoaje?
Kenya kuko sawa kabisa. I love the weather is beautiful. A little bit of a rain, but it's beautiful.
Pia mdingi masi andu isi Kikamba. Naweza wasalimia na Kikamba wajue wewe si mchache.
Ni Mukamba wa Kibweze.
Kibwezi?
Nabuni Kalamba.
Kalamba?
Yeah, nisi Kikamba biyo but.
Koni wezi siembeni?
Nisi siembeni. Pabangi.
Niwezi bangi changinya.
Changinya, yeah.
Chai kwa chai.
Yes.
Bangi berwara.
Kaloleni, yes.
Pela skulu ingeze bwana.
Kisayani.
That's the place.
Yeah. So niumeteku onabana spend a lot of time kuna dhinondwa most of my operations are in Nairobi.
Yeah.
But in the end akumono my best mark meku whether umeteke bwezi ngali ya Kalamba, you know, you're my fans. So, you know, sangi pitilai musi wako wina butu Kalamba dotete Katue Kibwezi road, right? So
Katue Kibwezi road, yeah.
So so kuni kwa musi ando mako na nena Kigamba bio
kwa Kigamba na nijo endete
nichone ndete bio no kweli, and we see because I don't live here, so my culture is American, so I'm more prone to speak English when I'm interacting with you because that's what I speak on a daily basis. But in Mokamba pio nikisi bio
Abed, do you meet with the andwala wa somana mo like alama you amo ni mwesa kwa bana
nitu isaku komana na some of them even though because of all the diversity and kila mundu kona shughuli. So what happens is most of them they reach out to me nukitamuno molio sinotene, but I try as much as I can to keep in contact because these are the buddies, the people that I grew up with, and I try to keep in touch. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Ombe Kenya kuisawa kila mundu mesawa
kila kitu kisawa, yeah.
Back to Joan. When they are
sorry ndi wa Kikamba.
When they are
nende sa yes ngai nonde that I'm good to when nende sa
nengo kuona life kuma wako manana mentor. What's the life?
Yes, kumana na mentor. Maisha imekuwa tunywe smooth. Yeah, of course. Ningewina mentor ni nini sasa, ni nini itakuwa ngumu aje?
Hakuna pressure yote.
Mentoring you, yeah.
Kila side yote.
Pressure kutokea maybe anakumentor and then you are like umebaki kidogo, ni kama unakatalia hapo. You are resisting the change. So hapo pressure kidogo,
but pressure ni avalenga kwa kwako.
Pressure ya social media ama pressure ya everything.
No. Pressure
in general.
Pressure la ya maisha. Tundo ando maazia shida dogo si adelile.
Pressure ni de la kweli.
Pressure ni de la mental, pressure ni de la.
Leo siri kibia kula kana weka la soft life.
Yes. Yes.
Yo. Mimi nitasema aje?
Ukweli.
Pase, okay, Tiondo na ile tene. Yeah.
Ana mama Isa nimekuona Tiondo.
Yeah, Tiondo na ile tene.
Tita tene mbaiko.
Yes.
How did you people meet?
Wow.
I mean, it's your question.
Wow. Okay, so hey. Ni ngumu kidogo.
Before nidibue kazi kwa ba Abed.
Yes, right.
Abed, we call it the US for how long?
Oh my goodness. I've been in the United States for over 20 years.
20 years?
Yeah, I've been there for a long time.
Umetengeneza pesa.
Yeah.
Umeunda pesa mzuri.
Correct.
Over 20 years, hiyo ni miaka mingi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though most of my time I was in school, in college, but definitely, yeah, it's not a lie. When you live in America and you work hard, yeah, you make money. Absolutely. Yes.
Different yote unaweza sema ya Kenya na America in terms of to make money, in terms of work. Ni different ipi? Sisi kama wa Kenya tumebaki nyuma.
I think for me, what I can say is it's not necessarily the amount of money you make, but the opportunities, you know. Because like in America, the opportunities are limited, and especially when you have skills or education.
Okay.
In Kenya, it's pretty much the opposite. You could have all the education, and you still cannot get a job. You know, so that's one of the frustrations that our young people here are facing. You know, unapeleka watoto shule au watu shule, mtu anamaliza shule, and I'm sure you guys have experienced that as well. Uko na degree zako, but you still can get a job.
Yes.
In America, it's actually different because the jobs are there, the opportunities are there. It's not a struggle. So that is one of the things that really frustrates us here in Kenya. If I can be part of.
Abed, can you encourage our people to go to America? Watu wengi wanalilia sana kuenda US kufanya kazi huko. Unaweza wa encourage?
I would, but with a little bit of a caution.
Okay.
And this is why. People have this mindset that the moment you land in the United States, it's soft life. That's actually the opposite.
Sure.
People in America are struggling so much. And this is why. If you come to America and you don't focus, or you don't come to do what you are supposed to do. For example, you come here, you come to go to school, and you don't go to school, you are going to live a very poor life in America, because the American system will only work for you if you have skills, education, and you can get the job done. So we do have Kenyans or Africans who live in America, and they're struggling so bad because they lack skills. You know, not necessarily from Kenya, but from all over Africa and also some other countries. So yes, I would highly encourage people to come, whoever want to come. Just make sure you gain the skills so that you can be more marketable and make money. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. Back to you, Joan.
Yes.
Mulimit aje?
Hey.
Easy question.
Tulimit tu mahali siku fulani.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was easy.
Tulimit kwa event actually. Yeah.
Oh, mulimit kwa event. From there?
Tukajuana and then tukaanza kumentana.
The rest is history.
Yeah, the rest is about mentoring.
Oh.
Yeah. But it took some time because huwezi patana mtu and then you are into that person. You have to learn who is this person and why should I get into her that much. And I think all went well.
Abed, for the longest time, John usema wewe ni mentor wake.
Right.
But people huwa understand na nje ingine. Yani wewe the andu angemea kwa si alusi nende John, are you going to invite her to America? Hiyo unaweza tujibu?
Do I really need to answer that question, Ricky B? I don't think so. Well, I think I might not necessarily answer the question, but I will address it.
Yeah.
And this is why. We have to be very careful when you try to respond to critics or people who say whatever they want to say online. Personally, I like to let people be. If you believe a situation in a particular way and you don't want to believe what you're telling you, I mean, you have a right to believe that.
Sure.
There are some people who actually believe that we are in a romantic relationship with Joanne. I'm not here to convince them we are not, because they have a right to believe that. No. The only thing that I can tell people is, and I think I mentioned this during Camperfest.
Yeah.
I'm not just mentor to Joanne. She's my best friend. This young lady, she's very intelligent, she's very beautiful, she's very independent, she works very hard. That pulls me towards her as a friend, okay? So that bond of friendship, together with me being a mentor, I know it has created that dynamic relationship that some people don't understand. Now, am I here to clarify and tell people we are not in a romantic relationship? I don't think that's necessary, Rick B. Because whether we are in a romantic relationship or not, I actually think is irrelevant. But I can tell people this: I am a mentor, and that she respects me, I respect her, and we have our boundaries. So, and that's how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you are handsome.
Mnanishinda.
Ujambo kitu ulikuwa unataka kusikia.
Kuna kitu nilikuwa nataka kusikia, but sina amboke kwa hata bad.
I am the mentee here. He is my mentor. Venye amesema tu. Nothing.
You know, most of the people wanauliza for now every time Katue akikuja airport ni wewe uenda wa receive. So wako na maswali mingi. Then there's a time umenunuliwa shamba nini story fulani Facebook hivi. Hebu tuambie.
Okay, sasa si amenimentor vizuri.
Yes.
And then he's like, this girl venye na mentor ndio anaenda yako kwa njia tu yake. So he has the right to appreciate me. So kunibaya shamba, it was an appreciation.
Also ulibaiwa?
Yes.
Oh.
And then mi kumwendea airport. Sijisikia akiwa na mentor mwingine. Hamkuwa naye?
I don't think I do.
Mentee, sorry.
I don't think there is.
Yeah, so nasikianga poa kwenda kumchukua because he's my mentor.
Let me ask you, Joan, because umesema Abed is your mentor, akiongeza mentee mwingine no problem.
Kali sana. Mimi niko sawa tu.
Hiyo mbona unataka kunijibu?
Mentee, si ndio?
Wengine.
Mentee. Yeah, mentee.
And I also agree to add to Joanne's point.
Yeah.
I think people also need to understand that if you are going to be, if I'm going to be your mentor,
Yes.
and I live a life in a certain or particular standard, I mean, whether I like it or not, I have to pull you up to my standard. Okay, I'm not going to be okay. I
Your
don't want to go.
mentor?
Yeah, I mean, so if Abed has something,
Yeah.
and she's that close to me, or any other person, if you guys
Yes.
want to say whatever, I have another mentee or whatever the case,
Yes.
I have no choice but to pull them up to my level, because there is no way out. I'm going to live a very good soft life,
Yeah.
and my best friend is. I mean, it makes no sense.
So Joan, you are living a soft life.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good.
Nitakataaje?
Good. Endelea Abed. Endelea Abed.
Yeah, I just wanted to address that because it only makes sense, and it's just logic.
Okay.
You know? I'm not gonna be just driving my V8 around and my girl cannot even get a bus fare. That makes no sense. So I have to pull out to my standard so that at least look good for all of us. And I think that's just basic common sense.
Tukiwa hapo kwa V8 is the time Joan, gari fulani umetrend nayo, watu wamesema umebarikiwa na gari ya white.
I can't remember.
You can't remember?
Yes, I can't.
Let me go back to Abed. Most of the time ukikuja Kenya, not only kukuja Kenya but also ukiwa majuu, huwa unasaidia wa Kenya sana. Yani ando mazasa wengine in terms kundu kwesi ade, even for me nikiwa na Kamba Festival,
Right.
I come to you, you support me. Kwa mbelezi wengine niki.
I think that has everything to do with my roots and where I come from.
Okay.
One of the things that Rick B, you have to understand is that you don't just raise to greatness out of nowhere. I came from somewhere, and most of the people, most of these young people, we interact with on daily basis. These are people who just grew like me.
Yeah.
So nikikutana na mtu kwa street, ama mtu akiniandikia ama akini approach, aniambie a particular problem they are facing, I can relate to that, and I can understand what they're going through. So that pulls me into wanting to help and do something about what is happening around our people. Okay. So that's why unaonanga like nashtukia tu nachukua watu fulani nasaidia, or the Child Foundation doing all these kind of things.
Sure,
it's because
sure.
I can relate to people out there, because I'm not,
Umewahi teseka?
Yes, absolutely.
So that's why you are doing it.
That is why I'm doing it, because that's how I grew up. Yes.
Waadena.
Na adhenia muno. Yes, munovyo.
That's why giving back to the community ni kitu iko kwa roho.
Ni kitu iko kwa roho. And one of the things that, and I think kuna mtu alikuwa ameniuliza hii swali, and let me actually address it so that someone can get there. People need to be very careful when you get here from people like me, because unaonanga saa zingine, and this is challenge nimekuwa nikiface, and kuna wakati niliuliza John, unasaidia mtu and they want to keep a close relationship. I don't like that, because I feel like when you help somebody, it shouldn't have some strings attached to it. Just because I helped you doesn't mean we're going to be like best friends and calling me every day and or you do anything back to me.
No.
I think a genuine help should not be attached to that kind of a situation. So tu unasaidia wazee and then you move on. Next time kama kuna shida unawasaidia, and then you keep that professional relationship.
Yeah.
So I just want to put that point across. Yes.
Abed. And most of the time najua kama Facebook ya kama TikTok yako, you have a lot of people wenye wanakuambia different mashida. Na wote wote si uwezi wasaidia kwa wote. Wengine unawafanyia nini?
Okay. That's actually a very good question, because it's going to help me as a person. Tumekuwa na hiyo shida ya vetting. Because unaona, I think kuna 2 or 3 people, like mtu anaku approach, their problem is very deep. But then when we start vetting, trying to figure out, is this a genuine need, or ni mtu tu anataka kuteka advantage. Actually, Joanna mwenyewe amekuwa like directly involved with some individuals. She gets involved in the vetting process only to find out it was actually a scam. It was not even a genuine need. Mtu alikuwa anataka kuteka advantage. So that has been one of the major barriers into reaching to people. Because unaona mtu akona stories so touching, but when it comes to actually going to help that person, unakuta is not genuine. You might be surprised how many cases we deal with in that case. So that's very discouraging.
Have you ever umesaidia mtu na umemsaidia, umemtumia a lot of money na story sio genuine?
Yes, I did that 2 or 3 times, na nikalan my lesson. So that's why every time kuna several people unaonanga like nilianza kumsaidia na nikan drop. It's usually because something came up that probably did not add up, and then kuna uongo imeingilia mahali, and because I don't want to be part of something that is not genuine, I say, I did help you 50%, but the remaining 50%, I don't want to be part of it, is because your story is kind of skewed a little bit. So and that has been a big challenge for us, Chala Foundation, and people close to me like Joanne, and actually you and Rick B, because sometimes we involve you guys in our doings. So yeah.
Okay. So challenge imekuwa kubwa ni kujua hii story ni ya ukweli ama si ya ukweli.
Ni ya ukweli, si ya ukweli, and the motive behind why somebody is seeking help.
Na you know the big problem ni hauko Kenya.
Correct.
So kuifuatilia kujua kama ni ukweli, paune bobe na kujua.
Paune bobe the number, but now that's where my best friend, my mentee, my John, comes in. She's been very much proactive when it comes to that. Like, akiona kitu I make sense, and I'm like, Abed, let me just take my time and talk to either Rick B or Kyoko or some other few people. Wacha tufanye investigation kidogo before once kufanya XYZ. So it's been of help, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Back to you, John. Menda most of the time they're Kenya.
Yes.
Do you feel one or bintajokete eso kwaliko US?
Kinialika mimi siwezi kataa.
Menda, are you planning to invite John?
That's a great opportunity, of course.
Oh.
Yeah.
Naangopa kuingia ndege. So yeah, so kuna vitu several John anafanya saa hii. I don't want to say zina block kukuja, but anataka kumalizia ndio akuja. I'm sure she doesn't want to talk about it because it's personal stuff.
Yeah, it's
kuna vitu fulani anafanya.
No.
Kuna vitu fulani anafanya. I'm sure ukiambia John aingie ndege akuja Florida kesho atakuja. Because she also, that's why I was telling you, John is very intelligent. Kuna vitu anafanyanga, she don't tell anybody because it's her personal life. So akimaliza hizo vitu, then we can facilitate our coming and all that. So you don't just wake up in the morning and say, "Mina in America."
Yeah,
you can't
sure.
do that, right? It's a process.
Oh, America si mahali ya kuinuka kusema tu.
Actually, I thought ni ukiitwa hiyo siku you just wake up and go. But it's a process. Yeah.
Yes.
We. Tuendelee na maswali.
It's fine.
Abed. Most of the time ukikuja Kenya, like for size umekuja for Kamba Festival. Last time ulikuja for Kamba Festival.
Yes.
Kuna watu walikuwa wamesema unakujanga tu only for Kamba Festival. Is it true?
No, it's not true. They are so one of the things that, and I give you guys credit, you and Kyoko and John, credit for this, because saa zingine huwa mnaweka hii Kamba Fest around my other activities. So nikikuja, I do them all together. Yeah. And that actually has been helping me a lot, because like kama this time nilikuja, kuna vitu nilikuwa nafanya, even this, like tomorrow tunaenda somewhere. So zote zinaingiliana in my one trip. It saves me a lot of time and money. So no, I don't come just for Kamba Fest. I come for all other things. But Kamba Fest is a top, because as I said yesterday on Saturday, honestly, being a partner and a sponsor and whatever you want to call it, is a blessing to be part of you guys, because you guys are great. You guys are literally changing the Kamba community. And not only Kamba Fest, and I want people who are listening to hear this. This thing is not just for Kamba. This is a huge global thing. And just wait and you're going to see. I know people may not understand what I'm talking about, but the impact is huge from the Kamba Fest. And again, we have a long way to go.
Can you rate festival ya kwanza, ya pili, ya tatu? Ebu rate.
Yeah, I can actually. But also for anybody who has done an event, hata kama ni small event, you would understand. These events are very stressful. They are very compelling when it comes to like you are, investing your time in them and all that. You will never get a perfect event. It will never happen. Every time we have an event, you end up finding, next time I will improve on this. So when you rate the first event and the third event, the one that we just had, the difference is huge in terms of quality, in terms of management, in terms of how everything was done. So I can say, if I were to give on a scale of 0 to 10, if I were to give, to scale it, I would give the first Kamba Fest maybe a 4 on a scale of 0 to 10. And the one that we had, I'll give it a 7. Hoping that the next one, I'll probably give it a 9. So you can see the improvement. So yes, we've done great. And I know there are some people there who probably came and that they had some, disappointments because of XYZ was not done the way they were expecting to be done.
Yeah.
Guys, just give us time. It's going to be all right.
For the executive?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was so nice. I enjoyed it.
Did you enjoy?
Yes. Yeah,
To your fullest?
To my fullest. I actually mean nadhani mimi ndo niliwa represent, by the way. Yeah.
Okay, John. Many people do ask, the moment ulipatana na Menda,
Yes.
umelegea sana in terms of mtandao. Don't post, don't do skits.
I don't post.
Si sana. You don't do skits. Comedy zenye ulikuwa unafanya.
Okay.
To videos. Uko tu TikTok kidogo na Facebook kidogo.
But
Love
nafanyanga.
wins. No.
Okay,
Mwambie
love-
pesa ipendi kelele.
Excuse me, that's
I understand. I get it now.
okay, so sikuacha, and kama wewe ni fan, you can see that sikuacha.
No, you can. Uko busy, kuna vitu unafanya.
Of course I'm busy. Mi sijamaliza kusoma bado. After
But ulifanya graduation, you are not wrong.
but I have another course.
Good.
I'm taking another course.
Watu wanasoma wakisoma.
Exactly. So kuna vitu zinanilimit. Kuna vitu nafanya mob. So unapata hiyo time kuna batu anajifix. Unapata nimefanya. Kama unafuatilia I do.
But not nasema si kama
Not like
kitambo.
kitambo.
Eh.
Okay, ya kitambo nitasema
Ulikuwa
aje.
free sana.
Of course, ni campus life and then you are just free.
So are we expecting
And
kuona
nilichange a little bit from ile ya kitambo ya
hiyo kuongea ndo watu walikuwa wanapenda.
so ilifika mahali nikasikia hata mimi nachoka. Juu unapata nilikuwa napata critics mingi sana, criticism mingi sana, and then I was like, "Hey, this is too bad."
Abed,
So I changed a little bit, but see it nimehepa kabisa. And the hashtag of love wins, it doesn't like I don't see any change with that. So long as I post, you see what I've posted and forget about the love wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Abed,
Sure.
the moment ulikuja kwa life ya Mendi hapa, Joan, mitandao ilikuwa inampiga sana. Na ulipokuja ni kama alitulia, ni kama alipata mtu anaweza mtuliza roho. Is it true?
Wow.
I think it's kind of true and saying some or not, and this is why. One thing you may realize about Joan's, she comes from a very strong family background, so she has a very good family backup. It's been over a lot of support, and of course, I mean, can support where I can.
Yes.
So I can say it's a combination of that, and also you guys have been of help. Mtu kama your sweetheart, she's been a very good friend.
Yes.
Na bibi Kyoko also, you guys have been of help
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it comes to just helping that situation, right?
Yeah. Umemaliza hiyo?
Umejibiwa.
Umemalizia hiyo?
Yes.
Abed.
Ama unasikia aje kujibu?
No problem.
Okay.
About music ya Ukambani, gospel and benga. You have been very supportive. Towards ikiendelea, what's your plan? Uko na plan ipi na hao wasanii wetu? Because you have been supporting them wakiwa na event, wakiwa na anything. Uko ndani una tip something ndani. What's your plan for forward?
Going
Kwa hao
forward.
wasanii wadogo wanakuja.
Right.
Ukiangalia kuna msanii umemlipia studio kwa Bisengo just the other day.
Okay.
Amefanya music na amefanya video. You are nurturing hao wadogo wenye wanakuwa.
Right.
So what's your plan forward?
So nilikuwa nataka kuongea na some more knowledgeable people like you guys and my friend Bisengo and some other people to see the possibility of doing this in a more effective way. Because if I'm going to be isolating an individual and help them, I feel like the impact is minimized. So if we can, if I and I'm working on this, I don't know how, but I'm sure we're going to work around it. To be able to help people on a little bit of a large scale, but where I'm comfortable doing it.
Sure.
So kuna this idea, brother Biado. Hey Biado, you watching? So kuna this idea Biado alisema ya kuna studio alikuwa anajenga something like that.
Yes.
And then it would bring some people to come and record music.
Yeah.
So unajua kitu kama hiyo ukisupport na watu wanaendelea kurecord music, umesaidia brother Biado na yeye amesaidia watu wengine.
Wengi
So
sana.
it's like we are working as a team because this is not just it shouldn't be all about Abed helping people. It's just all of us helping each other.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. So kwa wenye wananini, mjua Abed has a good plan for you.
Yeah.
Going forward. Chalo Foundation.
Yes.
Tumefanya kitu pale Kibwezi. Reason na ilikuwa kitu moja kubwa sana. Na thank you so much Abed.
Sure.
Kwanza kukumbuka watu wenyu wa nyumbani mahali umetoka. Najua kuna watu wengi sana wanauliza unaweza wafikiaje. What's the plan?
One of the things that tumekuwa tukifanya and some other people just outside of me is to establish a good base for Chala Foundation with an office and with a better access, because there are so many people who actually want to get a hold of me, and the way to contact me or to get a hold of me has been a little bit murky, like not very clear. So I want to create that access, not necessarily direct to me, but to Chala Foundation, to be able to have access to the problems out there, and then we can help. So And I believe one of the ways to do that is sort of like a physical base. So physical base means like an office, right?
Yeah.
Where people can physically go and just present their stories.
Yes.
So we are working on that.
Yes.
And I feel like if people can know where to come,
Yes.
how to get a hold of Abed, how to
Yes.
get a hold of a child foundation,
Yes.
we could be more effective into helping them. So we're working on that. And actually, I'm thinking of, before I go back to the United States, we should be able to at least establish a base, but I'm working on it.
Okay.
Yes.
But the Abed, you are one of the people wenye tunasemanga mnapea mtu maua yake. You've been supporting people. Mpige makofi. For real. Roho moja, roho safi.
Sure.
Na that's good.
Sure.
Kupata watu kama wewe is not easy. Joan,
Yes.
so inamaanisha wewe wakati utaenda America you're not going back to Kenya.
When I'm going to America, I'm not going back to Kenya.
Ukienda
I'm not coming
America,
back.
you're not coming back to Kenya. Utarudi?
Yeah, mbona nisirudi? Kenya is my country, of course. I'll come back and help at least. Nita adapt that nini amenta.
Na pia yeye utamtengenezea.
Yeah, I think for John
it's
it's going to be very interesting because when she come to America and she's okay.
Endelea.
Let me take back that statement.
Choma.
Okay, so for John it's going to be easy because if we can create a pathway for her to be able to come to United States, operate in two countries, let me put it that way, she'll be more effective. John sio mtu anataka kuleta America na akae huko. That's not going to be, she's not going to be effective. We want to create a pathway where she can operate within the two countries, in the United States and in Kenya, to be more effective.
Yeah.
And I think that's what she'd love. Uwezi kumfunga huko like akae huko, no. You can do that.
Right now una practice mambo ya udaktari kidogo.
Me, my medical nini course, it's not about going to US. I did it with passion. Yeah.
Na saizi uko mahali unafanya kazi?
Kidogo tu kujishikilia. Yeah, but I'm more working to vitu zenye unasikia akisema my personal things.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very sure the moment Joan atafungua njia ya kwenda kule atafungulia wengine.
Exactly, yeah. That's my plan.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Abed, mimi sina maswali ingine for now.
Hey, thank you.
Kuna swali? Uliza.
Okay, hi Abed.
Hey, what's up?
This is the Kings Online TV.
Kims, I know you.
I'm good. Karibu
Sure.
Kenya.
Thank you.
Swali langu la kwanza.